Hi there, everybody, and welcome to Stamping Fun with Donna. I'm Donna, and I'm looking forward to having some fun stamping with you today. Although today we're actually not going to be stamping. We're going to be making gift bags. Right now, it's October 2020, and because it's October, that means two things. The first thing is that it's the Designer Series paper sale at Stampin' Up! 15 different Designer Series papers are on sale for 15% off. You can't miss that deal, and you don't want to. And second of all, the holidays are coming up, so I thought it would be a good time to showcase some Designer Series paper and gift bags. You won't believe how quick and easy it is to make these beautiful gift bags. This one here took about, I think it took about less than $2 in materials, and this one here took about 60 cents, 65 cents in materials. And it's really cute. You can do all sorts of cute little things in there. This one, of course, is bigger. You can do these in any size that you want. These are just the two sizes that we're going to do today. So we need very few materials in order to get this done. We need our Simply Scored. It's really important to get a good score when you want to make 3D projects. We're going to use a hole punch, a little bit of ribbon, our bone folder, some adhesive. I do highly recommend using either the snail or the tear and tape in order to get a really good seal. Your liquid glue won't do as well. And then, of course, we need our papers. So let me go ahead and grab the paper, and we'll head on over to this crafting table. Okay, so right now we've got this piece of paper, and what I'm going to do, this is 12 by 12 inch, and what I'm going to do is to score it at 3 inches. I'm going to put on my glasses so I can make sure I can see everything well. And I'm going to score it at 3 inches on 3 sides and 2 inches at one side. So there's one. Here's another. Now you don't have to worry about remembering all the dimensions because I am going to put them onto my blog. So check out my blog at www.stampingfunwithdonna.com, and you will see all the directions on there. So you don't have to worry about making sure that you remember what they are. Write them down right now. So that's 3 inches on 3 sides, and we're going to do 2 inches on one side, right like that. Okay, and then we're going to do the same with the other sheet of paper. So let me put this here and score it at 3 inches here. This Simply Scored is amazing. If you don't have it and you like doing projects, you really should get it. It's not so important to score and to burnish papers when you're making cards, although it makes a difference. It's not as big a difference, but when you make 3D projects, it makes a huge difference. So there's 3 inches on 3 sides, and this one we're going to do at 2 inches. There we go. And again, you can change the dimensions. This is going to make a bag that is approximately 7 inches square and 3 inches wide, I think. But you can change what where you burnish, where you score it, and it will change the size. Now we have the 2 inches up top. Is that right? Yes. 3 inches, 3 inches, and 3 inches. 2 inches up top. So first thing you need to do is decide what is going to be the inside and what is going to be the outside. I'm going to use the red as the outside and the white as the inside. And what I did is just turn over the 2-inch mark and then burnish it with my bone folder. So that's what's going to create this flap that comes down. Now we're going to turn it over, and we're going to use our bone folder to burnish it in the opposite direction for the other 3. But we want to make sure that we get really good folds since it's going to be a bag that needs to really have some substance to it. Let's do it on this side. Great, there's the second side, and one more side. Okay, got this one done now. Let's grab the other sheet of paper and do the exact same thing. So we have the 2 inches on top, which we want to fold the inside towards the outside. And you can do it either way you want. I just thought this was the better way to do it, which side was inside and which side was outside. But obviously you can do whatever you want. Now we're going to burnish the 3 sides, or the 2 sides in the bottom, towards the inside as opposed to towards the outside, and just get that a nice crisp little burnish. And one more side. Okay, there we go. Great. Now what we are going to do here is to go ahead and get some adhesive right along the top flap so that when we fold it down, it's now not going anywhere. You know that's good. Okay, and we're going to do the same with this one. So this one, here's the top. Let's go ahead and get some good adhesive down here so that it'll really stick and won't come up at all, and fold it down. Now we have 2 sheets of paper, and all we have to do is make a couple of cuts. The 2 sheets are going to be cut differently. So this one is going to be cut in towards the middle. I'm just going along the score lines. So I went from one score line to the other score line. And this one is also going to be done the same way, right along that score line. I actually find it easier to see it on this side. So I'm going to turn it over and just into the other score line. So now we have a flap here and a flap here and a bottom. See how this is going together? Like this. And then the second sheet is going to fit into here. So the second sheet is going to be cut a little bit differently. This one, we just cut the edges in towards where the score line is. This one, we're going to cut that flap, that same flap, completely off. So I'm going to go ahead and cut it up from the bottom and in from the side and cut it completely off. I'm going to save this because I can certainly use that on another project. And here again, we're going to cut from the inside in, from the edge in to the other score line, and then cut straight up here. And again, we have just, I didn't go quite far enough there. There we go. Okay, so I can save this for another project. And this one now is a flap like this. See how it's going together so nicely? All right, let me get these back in. And you can see how those go together in the middle. And the other piece of paper we have here, we're going to also, this one is with the flaps. And this one is going to go in. And then these 2 sides are going to go like this and meet in the middle. So it works really well. Okay, so what we're going to do here is we need to attach these flaps like this on the inside, and then that also creates the bottom. So that means that we need to just put some tape, some adhesive. I have here my Stampin' Seal. Stampin' Seal Plus would do incredibly well with this too because it would really hold it. And then we just need to fold this up and fold this side up and then make sure that they didn't get it quite solidly. All I'm trying to do is to get it square and then make sure it all holds together really well. And then we put this one aside, and now we're going to take this one, and the flap is going to go on. Let me show you how this goes together. The flap goes on the inside, and then these flaps go on the inside. So what we need to do is to turn this over and put tape on every one of these flaps. There we go. Get some tape there, get some tape here, one here. I just like doing the whole thing. Oh, you know what? I didn't do the tops. I need to get it along the top as well, not just the bottom, because the top also has to go together. Okay, so we'll go from the very top all the way down like that. Okay, great. So now I'm going to try to do this at this angle. It's not the easiest angle to get this done, but I think we can do it. Okay, so if we put this on the inside and settle the bottom down and then settle the sides in, and then all we have to do is to make sure that it's all solidly connected. There we go. And this one is done. It's very quick and easy, as I told you. I think it's been just a few minutes right now. So what we need now is to create the handles. So for this one, for the handles, what I'm doing is I'm doing, as you can see here, I'm doing 2 handles, one on either side. You can do it across, you can do it one handle, you can do whatever you want, but this is the way I'm doing this one. I'm punching those 2 holes there. Yeah, got it pretty close. This is a very old Stampin' Up! Punch, but you can use any circle punch. Make sure it's not too big so that so that the handles don't come out, and make sure that it's not too small so it's hard to get them in. So all I'm going to do here is I have a piece of white ribbon, and I'm just going to tie, use any ribbon you want. I'm going to tie something in there, and then I'm going to tie a knot. That's the something. And then I'm just going to pull it through. And for this one, I'm going to then just make sure that it's not all mushed up and that it's all straight, and put it in this side and tie. Once I put it in, I can tie the second knot. Obviously, because I have to put it through, I have to wait until I've done that before I put the second knot. And there's one of your handles. Now I'm going to take the other ribbon, and I think I cut these the same length. Let me see. No, so I'm going to take the longer ribbon, and I'm going to again tie a little knot in the end. Then I'm going to go from the inside out so that the knot ends up on the inside. I'm going to bring it over to the other side, making sure it's all straight, and put it back through and tie another knot and get it through there. That didn't really, it'll hold. And then here you go. You've got your bag. And it's really, really cute. So now I have these two. I also have one more that I made with a different pattern. Those are different patterns, but they're very similar. And there's this one as well with the red handle. So I've got all three of those done, and it took really no time at all. So now what I'm going to do is to show you how to make it in a different size. So again, I'm going to pull out my Simply Scored, and I'm going to grab my papers. And this, I guess this is the paper I will use right here. So these are smaller, obviously, pieces of paper. They're 6 by 6. So you want to score them smaller, because you clearly can't score them at 3, because that would take up the whole half of the paper and it wouldn't work. So for the 6 by 6, I like to score it 1 inch there, and 1 inch actually all around on all 4 sides. So I'm going to do that very quickly. Get all 4 sides at 1 inch and do the other sheet exactly the same. Now the last one we used was just a pattern. It was just a pattern that was on the paper. But this one is more of a photo, and it does seem to have a top and a bottom, and it's not the same all the way across. So because of that, we are going to have to be more careful when we decide what is the top and what is the bottom. So I've got those all scored. Now, I want these to go in the same direction. Let's see, we could do it in this direction. Let's see. Yeah, I think I like the first direction. I like this direction. So this is going to be the top, and this is going to be the bottom. So let's go ahead and get those tops down. Make sure that I still have it the right direction. Because on this one, if it's 1 inch all the way around, it's not as easy to see what's the top and what's the bottom. The one that had 2 inches and 3 inches, obviously the one that was smaller was the top. But this one, it's 1 inch all around. So I'm going to go ahead and get those glued on. Now, usually I would burnish this before I did that, but it really doesn't matter which way you do it. Just make sure you get a really nice crisp edge. And burnish this side. And just the bottom then, going up again, because we want everything to go towards the inside except for the flap on the top. And then this one here, did I already glue this? I think I did, yeah. I just need to give it a little burnish because that will keep the glue down as well. Now turn it over and burnish this towards the inside and do the bottom part. Okay, and now one more. There we go. Now, all of these directions and all of these measurements are going to be on my blog, so don't worry about getting them down now. But if you go to my blog at www.stampingfunwithdonna.com, you will see them there. And I'm doing the same thing again. So this one, I'm cutting off a flap on both sides, and this one, I'm going to cut just inside from the outside to cut just a little piece off. Okay, and just the same way as we did it the last time, this is going to go up. Do you remember how to do this? So these here on this side will get we'll get a little glue, and then this will go up. This goes in and gets connected with the glue, and this one goes in, and that's connected with the glue. Okay, and now we have this one, which again, do you remember? It's going to go on the inside. Excuse me. So I'm just going to put a little strip of glue on each of these 3, and then I'm going to take this and put it inside here, like so, and square it up and connect all the sides. There you go. That's all there is to it. I told you it's really easy. So the now we need to connect we need to put the ribbon on. So I'm going to go ahead, and for this one, it's not as big, obviously, so it's easier to do from side to side. You can do the 2 handles if you prefer. I just, for this one, prefer the 1 handle like this. And now I just need to grab my ribbon, make a little knot right here. I'm actually going to pull it through here and pull this, pull it from the inside out. Sometimes I have to think about that. There we go. And make sure that one looks like it's going up a little bit. So let's put it down towards the inside. Then take this one and stick it through this hole, this side of the ribbon, and make a little knot again. And we will be done. Okay, there we go. And now you've got this cute little bag for little treats with a little handle. And there you go. That's all there is to it. That was 2 gift bags that we made in about 10 minutes together. The small one costs about 60 cents, 70 cents to make. This one costs a little bit less than $2. These papers are on sale, so you can go to www.stampingfunwithdonna.com and go to my specials page, and you'll see there which papers are on sale and which ones are not on sale. You can also check out my classes and everything else I have on there and my host code. If you don't have a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, I'd be more than happy to be your demonstrator and to help you out. And you can drop me a line, go to the contact page and let me know what it is you need, and I'd be happy to help you. Please subscribe to my channel, and if you like this video, give me a thumbs up. If you want to get notifications of when I put up new content, which I know you do because you don't want to miss any of my content, you can ring that little bell and that'll give you the notifications. Thanks for spending some time with me today. Have a great day. Bye.